Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. We got a few bits in the video today. We got obviously quite a big WYATT SICK video that we need to look at. Someone has actually gone around one of the houses, I think it's the Orlando one, and has filmed quite a bit of it. Now, I don't know if they're allowed to film because I have watched it and it kind of cuts off suddenly at the end. I don't know if we get like everything. And I think someone speaks to him, the person filming. So I get the impression they might have said you're not allowed to film or something like that. So we've got what we've got, basically, right? So we'll get to that. That's going to take quite a bit of time. The footage is about 4 minutes long. So that's going to take up a chunk of this video. If you want to skip to that, there should be timestamps. If you want to skip past that, there should be timestamps. But let's start with the WWE folder. And this news, shocking everyone. Cody and Brandi announcing the birth of their second daughter, Leilani Ella Runnels. So there we go. I had no idea that Brandi was pregnant. No idea that they were expecting another child. And actually, I don't think really too many people did. This is not something that was made public knowledge. And I think it has really caught a lot of people off guard and by surprise. I mean, I hope Brandi knew. And I hope Cody knew. But there we go. Many congratulations to them. It was obviously mentioned on Smackdown as well, but got to mention it because it's pretty big news, isn't it? Cody and Brandi welcoming another child into their lives. So, Charlie, thank you. WWE Ethan, thank you. Just some interesting bits here from Drew. He gets grabbed at an airport by Adam GLNY. And I just thought there were some interesting bits in here. So if we click over to it, we can have a look at some of the things that Drew had to say.
I want to answer that. So, how was the Vince party? No, I hear it. No, I hear it. I know, that's all right, sir. But right now with the Cody, you know, obviously you got the Cody match and stuff. Who else have you wrestled that you really want to go against?
Ron Breaker, we've never had a singles match.
Do you think Brock is here to stay?
I don't know. I know I haven't seen it. When it happens, it's going to be a big one. I know I wants to get even with Drew McIntyre since I beat him for my first world title at WrestleMania. What's up, alright? So, who knows, maybe we're chasing down Drew McIntyre next. Then I welcome at least when I'm champion if he wants to challenge me for the title.
WWE just lost, well, one of the superstars was just released. How does it feel for you when you see a guy released? Is it hard for you to kind of see that, like a friend, a colleague?
I've not seen who it is.
Karrion Kross, sorry.
Kross, yeah. I know Kross well. Very talented, so is Scarlett. And no matter what they do, they're going to land on their feet. So I have to give them advice and know exactly what they're doing. For everybody else, it's just you got to keep putting the work in. You got to separate you from everybody else. As long as you're working your arse off, leaving no stone unturned and being accountable to yourself.
I hear you.
Accountable to the person in the mirror. Don't worry about social, but use social.
I mean, I thought that was really interesting. So he speaks about Brock and he just says, look, I don't know how long he's back for, but him against Cena is massive. Who knows? He might come after me. Obviously, we've got history because he beats Brock at WrestleMania 36. And then I thought the words about Karrion at first. I think he was under the impression someone else had been released because he was like, this is news to me. I've not heard anything. And then when the guy was like, no, I'm talking about Karrion, Scott is like, oh, right, yeah. And then he just comes out with things like, don't worry about social, but use social. But yeah, like, don't worry about what they're saying on there. You know, be true to yourself and be accountable to yourself. And that's the most important thing. Like, there was just these little nuggets, these little gems of kind of information that were in there. And yeah, I thought it was really interesting. A couple of little bits and bobs that were in there. I didn't catch what he said at the start, though, about being at Vince McMahon's birthday. I think, didn't he say something like, I'm not in trouble or something, am I? I'm sure I picked up on a comment along those lines, but yeah, I like that. I thought there were some interesting bits in there. So that was the interview doing the rounds today from Drew. And then this is the only thing in the WWE folder, the only other thing. WWE talent are just saying that they have enjoyed doing house shows, live events over in the UK and in Europe, but they don't miss doing them on a regular basis. Surprise, surprise. You know, they enjoy doing them once in a while. They think it makes them special when they do them. And yeah, sure. I mean, look, if I could get paid a load of money to do less work, I'd be thrilled about it as well. I think it is good in regards to keeping them healthy. We've seen some injuries occur at live events, house shows, that obviously then have a big knock-on effect in regards to storylines and all that. But I also think there's a downside, and I think a lot of the matches we're getting on Raw and SmackDown are struggling because we've not got the house shows and the live events to kind of, you know, work out the kinks. Quite a lot of times, if you're feuding with someone, you will face them at a live event house show. You can try a few things, keep what works, lose what doesn't, and by the time the match gets to TV, it's good. I mean, you've worked it out. Whereas now, without any live events, we don't have the ability to do that. So I think there's pros and cons, personally. But yeah, the talent like it, but they also like the fact that it's been scaled back compared to what it used to be. Right, SmackDown, we've kind of covered already. We did our talking points video. Big thank you to everyone that watches and enjoys those. I'm able to get them out straight after the shows, and I'm still trying to, you know, tweak them and make them work better. But I like them, and we're getting some good feedback from them as well. So, WrestleBuzz tagging me in this. He's back. That kid, the toxic kid from Belgium, wearing the same shirt and hat and everything as well. The toxic kid from Belgium over in France, appearing at SmackDown. And this was doing the rounds. It's me. You can't see me is his sign. So there we go. He was back. And of course, he would feature on the show John Cena finding him and actually apologizing. I'd love to know if WWE made that possible, because it's kind of crazy that he was once again like against the railing, and like John knew where he was as well. So I don't know. Is that something WWE sorted out? Not sure. Obviously, that's how the show started with Logan and Cena. How the show ended was Sami Zayn picking up the victory. So Triple H said an incredibly gutsy performance by one of the best. For the first time, Sami Zayn is your United States champion. And Kevin Owens has responded. He said, one of the best indeed. Top one, in my opinion. I still hate him, though. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to remember. It depends on the day, I guess. We'll see what happens. One thing I do know for sure is that he's the best. So there we go. That was what Kevin had to say about Sami. And look at that smile. Look at that smile. I think we've got a close-up of that in a sec. Another match added to Clash in Paris. That means Clash in Paris is now, I think, 6 matches long. And so the WYATT SICK are going to be taking on the Street Profits, defending those tag titles. This was Sami after. Look at this. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sami. I'm all fired up again. As a Sami stan, today is a great day. First time him holding that United States Championship. Yes, it's a mid-card belt. Yes, we haven't really moved from the mid-card. But, you know, maybe we can build from here. Maybe 2026 is going to be Sami's year of getting a hold of that world title. Just brilliant, this.
I'm sorry. I was having a bad day. Thank you so much for being there for me when I needed you most. I love you too.
I think that's the footage from the kid's phone. So I think that is what the kid recorded. I mean, look at this.
I'm sorry. I was having a bad day. Thank you so much for being there for me when I needed you most. I love you too.
I love you. I think he says you are the GOAT. I love you. I mean, what a great moment that is. I'm so pleased we got this. And the kid going, yes, yeah. At first he was desperately trying to get his phone. It's so funny because, like, he's a kid, right? If you're older, the whole thing's being filmed by WWE. Do you know what I mean? You don't need your phone in this moment, but you don't need to go to school to show your friends. You can just go to SmackDown. It's all going to be on there, right? But, you know, he's a kid. His natural reaction is to get the phone. So he's messing around with the phone and then he's like recording. And oh, bless, honestly. Make him the champion. Put the belt on him. I've seen enough. Make him the world champion. Honestly. Love it. Brilliant. Fantastic guy Cena. So good. That's one. Honestly, this might be the best thing to come out of the John Cena heel run. is this right here. Him going off on a kid and then apologizing to that kid. Oh my God, I love it. It's so good. Right, Chelsea said, I don't want to be dramatic, but I think we did France a favour. She was, honestly, I don't know if she's bored or something. I mean, she is in France, so she might be. But she sent out loads of messages today. We've got this one. And then there is another one in a second that I think is a bit more poetic. So we'll have a look at that. Bailey's like, Leon. And then she's loving what she's seeing, right? She's in love with Leon. Oh, and this might be the more poetic tweet. So there we go. Brilliant. Brilliant. Logan Paul eats corn the long way. And Logan's like, dude, that's too far. That is too far. John might have said a lot of hurtful things, but that is the straw that broke the camel's back right there. And there he is. Look how happy he is, says the boulder. Look at that. Look at that. So good. So good. Who needs a world title? We don't even need a world title. Us Sami Stans are so thrilled right now that we've got any kind of belt. Just that he won a match, really, but that he got a belt out of it as well. I think world titles are overrated, honestly. Sami Zayn is getting closer to becoming a WWE Grand Slam champion. So there we go. Just got some little world title to grab, and then we've done it. So that was SmackDown. Let's go Wyatt, because I really want to get this kind of out the way, to be honest. So, Brady, shout out to you. This is the Alexa Bliss look-alike that's in the Funhouse. So, we will look at a video, though. We got some images, official images. So, Brady, again, thank you. So, here you can see there is Rowan, or Rambling Rabbit. There is Nikki, Abby. There are some boomers being scared by Loomis. And there is Huskus, Gacy. Again, a lot of that is in this video. This video goes 4 minutes. Now, right, let's have a look at this, shall we? I'm going to pause it as and when. I think the big thing to notice about this first bit is Howdy, Abby, Huskus, Ramblin', Mercy, Bray gets mentioned. We are the WYATT SICKS. If you think about the fact, like, of the WYATT SICKS, like, I suppose Bray is a member. It was his creation. But, yeah, interesting that he is mentioned alongside. Certainly not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that it's obviously interesting that Bray gets mentioned. This is what opens it, right? Don't know if you can hear it.
Mercy, Bray, we are the WYATT SICKS. Howdy, Abby, Huskus, Rambling, Mercy, Bray, we are the WYATT SICKS.
Okay, so we leave that bit.
Abby, Huskus,
So that's the first bit there where they list those names, okay? And then you actually go inside. So you just get a glimpse of the characters at this point. I believe this is backstage or meant to be backstage. And I think they're just going to show you the carnage that they have caused in Gorilla. So you can see there's been a massacre, and you can see that WWE officials have been attacked, right? And now we're going to go through the curtain into Gorilla.
So they have Gorilla.
Now, we've seen the images of Gorilla, like a much better image of it in the light. I'm surprised at like how dark this is and how quickly you've got to kind of move through it. And they spoke a lot about Easter eggs and little things that are like hidden in there. I don't even know if you've got the time or the light, the visibility to be able to find some of these. It might be a case that you have to go through this thing a few times to make sure you pick up on everything, you know? Lots of jump scares as well. Lots of, I'm guessing they're actors, are they? I don't know if they're actors or dolls that just are censored. I know there are actors that are in here. We saw the one earlier of Alexa. That, I think, is a real person. I think is real. Some of this is so quick. How great is this? This is my favorite bit. This is my favorite bit, being in the Firefly Funhouse. And that's great as well, with Nikki there.
Let him in.
So that's the Alexa. We've got a TV, and I think Bray was on the TV as well. I think maybe showing an episode. You can see the door is open. I love this bit. The Funhouse bit's the best. That's an actor. That's an actor. That's an actor.
In.
So you kind of come through that, and then you go into this. I think this is like Howdy's World. Dude, how many actors have they got in this house? How many actors are there in here? White Rabbit. I couldn't tell what this bit was. Couldn't make that bit out. I think we start going into like individual worlds now of the different characters. To be honest, I think we're now going into things that we've not seen, but you're going to see Huskus, like behind these bars. Another actor. And then I think we go into maybe a Loomis bit. There's footage there of Miz being kidnapped. Could this be the Miz being kidnapped? I'm getting Loomis vibes. Poster for Loomis against the Miz. I'm thinking all of these are actors now. Yeah, you could hear... yeah. You could hear no recording in the house. And you know what? I do understand why it's no recording in the house, because I think it's so difficult to get across how special that must be to be in person. Like, I think that video does a good job of making me want to go through the Funhouse part. I think going through the Gorilla part would be all right. And I'm sure there's loads of bits that you would kind of pick up on if you was actually there, but it's kind of hard, isn't it? Because there's things jumping out at you. There's so much to look at. You're kind of slowly making your way through it. It's quite dark. You're having to constantly move forward. You're like, what was that over there? What was that? And then like something else is happening. And I really think that's an experience you would have to go through quite a few times to have a look at it. So, but I got tagged in this quite a bit. this footage. So I think this is like the main bulk of the footage that's doing the rounds at the moment. So don't know if we'll get any more than that. As you heard, someone at the end there was like, sorry, you can't record in here. So there we go. Interesting, though. Very, very interesting. So Black Eyes, thank you. But thank you to everyone that tagged us in that footage. Right, it's now Vincent, Dutch, and you. Do your thing. Thank you all. Let's begin. And it seems like they're taking bookings for the Righteous. That makes me think they're not signed with WWE. If they are accepting bookings, that must mean that their schedules are pretty free. So unless this is to throw us off, it kind of feels like they are looking for bookings. So there we go. Silverback, thank you. So that was the Wyatt's folder. Let's go over to... Did we do other? No, let's go through other. So, Las Vegas Matt said, I guess this partnership is really fluid, even allowing them to use trademarked event names. So there we go, TNA, Night of Champions. Night of Champions. So it looks like that is being used by TNA. So yeah, very good. Nikki Bella says that she's unsure how long this run is going to last. She just wants to help. She said, I'm really here to give my equity to others. I just want to help out. I just want to earn my spot again. Bailey retweeted this. This was from 2016. She retweeted some other old Triple H posts, really just celebrating her success. So it's Bailey, you've captured the spirit of NXT. Congrats on being female competitor of the year. Hashtag I'm a hugger. So there's Bailey as women's champ and winning the 2015 Female Competitor of the Year awards. So there we go. And she retweeted this today. Right, Drew McIntyre with a scathing review of the roster when asked who he sees as the future of WWE. He said it's hard to tell since no one is getting in the gym, working out and looking like a superstar or even acting like a superstar. For the next 10 years, it's effing Drew McIntyre. Right. I wish that Nikki Bella had just been honest here in saying, I don't really know about the history of women's wrestling. Instead, she sort of tries to, well, it seems to me like fudge her way through an answer. She gets asked what her Mount Rushmore is, and I won't play the video, but rather than talking about Mildred Burke or Medusa, Alondra Blaze, or Sensational Sherry, like without going through a load of names, she goes, Mae Young, and for what she did for women's wrestling. That's what she says, right? She doesn't go into detail. She just says, for everything she did for women's wrestling, I'm going to go Mae Young. And I've got a feeling that she says that because Mae Young was around during the Attitude Era. And I've got to think that's probably the furthest back Nikki Bella's gone, right? So she goes Mae Young. She goes Natalia. She goes Rhea Ripley. And she goes Trish. So really, no. If you think that Mae Young was around during the Attitude Era, there's not really anyone before the year 2000 or anything going back into the going back. So as I said, for me, I'd be all right with the selecting those names if she could give us reasons why. And it would be lovely if like Manami Toyota was mentioned, or if Bull Nakano was mentioned, or I don't know. Like, kind of go through, and give us some names and flesh it out. But instead, she just mentions a load of people and just keeps saying, for what they did for women's wrestling, I'm going to go Rhea Ripley. I'm going to go Trish Stratus. And, do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just get the feeling that her knowledge might not stand up very well in court. But it didn't matter to Natalia. She was thankful. So, love that for her. Right, Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's camp have kind of responded to yesterday's allegation about him and Ashley with a very, very strong denial, right? So I wanted to this here. Look, Vince categorically denies this ever happened. It's completely false. So we know about those allegations, public sexual acts with the late Ashley, and that is his response. So there we go. That is what WWE, or what Vince, have had to say about that. Kendall says that she watches NXT every week from backstage just to learn. And, she says she watches on monitors backstage, right? I mean, good for her, honestly. Gail Kim responded and said, we used to watch the monitors backstage for every live event at TV. It's respectful to the other talent, and you learn as well. That was consistently 4 days a week. If you're watching, you would want others to watch and learn from you and receive feedback for your match. So Gail Kim's like, yes, that's a brilliant thing to do. We used to do it as well. So, yeah, respect Kendall Gray. So, Johnny, thank you. Right, Edward, thank you. So here we have got Alexa in Illinois, by the looks of things, on September 5th. You can meet Alexa Bliss. So there we go. See you there, Cricket Nation. So if you're in the area. And then this was crazy, mate. We went on a journey with this today. So basically, this Danger Pro Wrestling announced that they have booked the infamous Raja Jackson for a forthcoming appearance, right? And they were selling tickets and all that for this, and obviously it caused outrage. Then a little bit later, they put this out, right? The Raja Jackson Danger Pro Wrestling booking appears to be an attention stunt done by Danger Pro. They just posted this on Instagram. So they posted this, and it is wild, right? Breaking, WWE revokes Danger Pro Wrestling. I don't think WWE ever were in kind of a relationship with Danger Pro Wrestling, so it's just a nonsense, right? They've just said that they've booked Raja when I bet they have not. Then they've now announced that it's been cancelled, and now they're saying that WWE are no longer working with them when I don't think they were working with them anyway, right? This is just a load of nonsense. WWE revokes ID status for Danger Pro Wrestling, and well, after this, you will probably never get it anyway. After they booked Raja Jackson for a match for September, according to Dan Meltzer. In a shocking move, WWE revokes WWE ID status from indie promotion after their booking of now infamous son of former UFC champion Raja Jackson. This was first reported by super wrestling dork Dan Meltzer of the Wrestling Obesity. So there we go. Wrestling Obesity getting the exclusive on this one. It's that ever reliable Dan Meltzer. So there we go. That's wild, isn't it? I mean, honestly, when I saw all this nonsense, I was like, oh, this is maybe a fan that's just completely made this. I mean, look at that. That's the most AI logo I've ever seen. Honestly, just completely. That's awful. Absolutely awful. Someone somewhere thinks that looks good. I feel sorry for them. But so I just thought this was completely made up, but it turns out they're an actual promotion. It turns out they've been going for a few years, and they are literally just doing this to try and get attention. Sad, isn't it, really? I mean, it might have worked. I don't think very highly of them, but it's certainly got them attention. So, Mitchell, shout out to you. Right, let's go fun, shall we? Shakeem, thank you. So, last month, Cody accidentally slipped and said he had 2 kids instead of 1.
Well, there's the stages.
Right. How old are you have 1 kid or 2?
2. No, 1. I'm sorry, 1. Sorry. I don't know why I said 2.
How?
Interesting. He does have 2 now. I want to have a podcast or a YouTube show where I interview different former extra talent for WWE segments throughout the year. The catch is they've got to speak as their character, not who they are now. That's really fun, isn't it? Imagine getting all 3 of like Bobby Lashley's sisters on. Imagine that. That would be really, really good, actually. I mean, I'm not sure how great the views would be. It depends who you could get a hold of. But didn't Chelsea play a character? I'm pretty sure Chelsea was a character, wasn't she? Going all the way back during 2014, something to do with Brie. I think, wasn't she like Brie's best friend, and there'd been an affair. Daniel had been having an affair with her, and that was like one of Chelsea Green's early appearances. Imagine if Johnny sat down and interviewed Chelsea in playing that character. Because Johnny's like, I want a whole backstory. I want to know about the characters' lives. That could be really fun. What about Sean Spears as Stan? And we could get him on. I think there's legs to this. I think you could make it work, actually. I think you could make it work. I don't know how many episodes you get out of it, but I think you could make it work. Robbie, so that's the French crowds, and that's the American crowd right there. I mean, look, France are brilliant. They are brilliant, but I wouldn't worry about it, honestly. France are brilliant, but I think that they do also at times run the risk of like hijacking the show. I've said before, last year at Backlash, I think they were having a party and just not really reacting even to what was happening in the crowd, in the ring. I think the crowd were just away doing their own thing. So sometimes I don't think that level is a good thing. Obviously, it is brilliant for the majority of the show, but there's definitely aspects I'd like them to rein in when things are getting quite dramatic, you know? So I wouldn't compare, honestly. That meme did make me smile, though. Right, LA Knight tried to walk the rope. So here, look, we've got Phoenix doing his little tricks. Bang, lovely. And a little flip over. And then here's LA Knight. Yeah! Yeah! Well, he gave it a go. Yeah, a little roll, though. Little roll. Gonna take that. So, Reese, thank you. And then here was Kevin Owens. He was at Universal Studios posing at the WWE display. So there we go. Very, very cool. Kevin Owens out and about at Universal Studios. Not bad. So Silverback, thank you. Right, let's do community and let's get out of here. So Raymond getting a repost from Zelina Vega. Very good. Fitzy is actually at Universal Studios at that infamous food shack, so which has been photographed many times now. So very, very cool. I hope you had a great time. James managed to get a Funko of John Cena. Thank you, Smiths. What a great pre-order purchase, said James. So very good. WrestleMania 41. Matt's just showing off his collection. So here you can see the figures on the walls. I love those. That's my favorite series right now. I love those. But these are great. Bray Wyatt figures. All like Bray bits and bobs. Up there you can see Alexa. All Funhouse connected. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Yowie wowie. Really good. I like your shelves, actually. See-through, like, shelves, holding them in place. That's really good. And then we got some more as well. I didn't even realize they'd done so much, like, Alexa, Bray, Fiend merch, to be honest. But we've got those. And then up here, look, I see Kane and Undertaker, Roman and Drew and Cena, CM Punk as well. We've got the masks over here. It's just everywhere you look. Just really interesting things. So, Matt, thank you. Appreciate it. And then Rabbit said, Daze, shaved and ready for Unseen. Check out the channel. Let's check. I haven't even watched this.
And if you hear this sound like gone with your back, gone with your knees, maybe shake it to the max. Will the DJ please turn up the bass to the max? Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max. And if you hear this sound like gone with your back, gone with your knees, maybe shake it to the max. Will the DJ please turn up the bass to the max? Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max.
I have no idea what that song is, and it's probably resulted in a copyright, but worth it. So there we go, very good. Madame Morrible Parody said, it's my birthday, can I get a shout out? Yes, Madame Morrible Parody, shout out to you. It was TJF's birthday as well earlier. I remember him saying on stream, so happy birthday to TJF also. And Cricket said, one of the best houses I've ever been in. Such a great tribute. I couldn't film inside, but it was awesome. I nearly cried. Well, there we go. Cricket, shout out to you, my friends. We managed to get a little glimpse in there, but the emotion doesn't come across, to be honest. The emotion doesn't come across. Plus, also, we missed out on the last part of it. So, what's this bit? Oh, that's the Q bit, isn't it? There's the railings, and that's the Q bit. And then that's the WWE logo. So we've seen those bits. So there we go. If you want to know why people are nearly crying, you're going to have to go yourself and have a look at it. So there we go. Right, let's do thanks and let's get out of here. So Edwards, Mr. T1000, He Who Smiles, Raymond, Rabbit, Sweet Chin Wrestling, Wrestling's biggest fan, Claire Webb, Kelly the Wise Lady, it's Kaz81, I Am the Colour Red, Silverback, and Michael. Shout out to all of you. Appreciate the support. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.